It is new Jeep day. We're gonna be picking up our brand new Gladiator today. It's been forever, it feels like, since we started planning this project. It's been just an incredible long journey, and today is gonna be the start of the biggest project we've ever brought to the channel. We're gonna be starting the Demonator. But first we gotta go get our new Jeep Gladiator, and if you're wondering which model we picked out, you might have a little bit of a suspicion based on the title of this video, but we're gonna show you in a second. But I thought we'd just talk about the EcoDiesel for a minute while I finish packing up. I'll throw a few things in here, but for those of you guys who haven't been around on the channel since the start, this is my 2020 Jeep Wrangler EcoDiesel, and we've had this for 2.5 years. I can't believe how many adventures we've gone on with this, all the amazing, crazy places we've gone to see and checked out, and the trails that we've run. It's just been an absolute blast, and it's brought us to where we are here today, and I just can't thank all of you guys enough for the support. It just blows me away. All the comments and feedback you guys leave me, and people subscribing to the channel and coming to the events and saying hi and just sending me DMs on Instagram, all that kind of stuff. It's allowed us to get to where we are today and start this next chapter of the channel, this insane project. But we're not getting rid of the EcoDiesel, not quite yet. I haven't fully decided what we're gonna do with it. Same with Big Red in the garage where we started the channel, the 2008 JK. It's still hanging around for a little while, but we got to get our next Jeep built, and it's going to take us a little while. It's going to take us a couple of months. We're going to do this in a few phases. So before we hop in the Jeep and head over to White Rock Dodge to pick up our Gladiator and over to Epic to start our build, and huge thanks to everyone at White Rock Dodge and Epic for helping us, supporting the channel, but also supporting off-roaders, supporting the adventures, and not just supporting the content that we make on the channel, but if you guys are in the Vancouver area or anywhere in Western British Columbia and you need a Jeep or you need mods or anything like that, go see those guys. They are beyond supporting the channel. They support the whole Jeep and off-road scene. And if you need a new rig, go check out White Rock Dodge. You will not be disappointed. And then when you need mods, obviously go check out the guys over at Epic Adventure Outfitters. They will hook you up and take care of you guys. But I thought I would give you guys just a little kind of preview of what... Apparently we're cutting concrete up the road. I thought before we take delivery of our new Gladiator, I would just kind of give you guys a little preview about what's going to be coming on the channel. So if you missed the last video talking about the Jeep, what we're doing with it, we are putting an 840 horsepower supercharged V8 Dodge Demon engine in our Gladiator. Brand new Gladiator. We're gonna rip it apart, put a new engine in it, and then we're gonna be doing all kinds of fun mods. So the video series that we're gonna be starting here very soon is I'm gonna take you guys all through the journey of modifying this Gladiator. We're gonna see everything that goes into removing the body, removing the engine, welding new stuff in, new brackets, everything that needs to go in to prepare it for this Demon engine, all the wiring, the modifications we got to make to the fuel tank. There's just an endless list of cool stuff that we're going to be doing over the next 2 weeks, and I am going to spend 2 weeks over in Vancouver hanging out at Epic Adventure Outfitters through this whole build. So I'm going to show you guys everything that goes into that, because I figure it's fascinating to me. It's super interesting, super cool. I love seeing that kind of stuff, and I figure you guys probably do as well. So why don't I bring you guys along on a whole series of really detailed day-to-day vlogs over at the shop. The next several videos are going to be all about swapping the Demon into our Gladiator. So if you're interested in that, and I'm sure you are if you're watching this video already and watching the channel, make sure you're subscribed, because a lot of you guys watching these videos, hundreds of thousands of you guys are watching videos every month and not subscribed to the channel, and I would appreciate it a ton. It really just helps the channel out, helps us grow the channel, get more exposure on YouTube, and then we can do more awesome, crazy, fun projects like this, crazy trips. I can get out and meet more of you guys, and it really just helps carry us forward. So hit that subscribe button. But I think enough talking. You guys have a little bit of a plan of what's coming up on the channel. Why don't we hop in the EcoDiesel? I gotta go catch a ferry. We're gonna go over and meet up with the crew over at Epic and White Rock Dodge, and I'll show you exactly what we bought. You said 8:15. I'm here.
Perfect. Perfect.
Am I in your hybrid parking spot?
You are, but to be fair, we don't have a sign up. That's what I want for Christmas, is an EV parking only sign.
Jeep EV parking.
EV Jeep parking.
You design it, we'll get it printed.
All right, guys, we've made it to Epic, and the new Gladiator is right in front of me. So, oh, we got two Gladiators in here. Yeah, we decided to go with a Snazzle, but no, that's not ours. Here it is, guys, and let's put this coffee down. And I know you guys are gonna leave me a lot of comments because you already did about what to pick, but there we go. We've got the 2022 Stingray Mojave. Let's go take a look at some of the options because I haven't even seen this yet, and it's got the steel gray interior. You have a smirk. What do you think?
It's the ugliest seats I've ever seen in my life.
When you said the orange stitching with this light white silver seats,
Yeah.
I don't know what they were thinking. It's like a throwback to the horrible launch of the Jeep Liberty.
Yeah, well, I think that was the one thing that we'll have a project coming up on is I want to change the seat colors.
You got the new anti-kill passenger piece.
What? That thing hanging down?
2022 that came out.
Oh, from stopping stuff.
The tire from killing the passenger.
Really?
Yeah. This is their temporary fix. We're gonna remove it.
What is that thing?
Yeah.
Look at this, guys. Ah! Wow. Interesting.
We haven't had to remove any unless you want to put certain sliders on.
Yeah.
Or you cut the slider. We're gonna remove it from yours because you can't remove it without the body out of the way.
Oh, wow.
Because the bolts are right here. Like
That seems like a huge hang up.
you'll see it when the body's off. You'll see.
Yeah.
Trust me, it's solid. It ain't going anywhere.
Yeah, but like you get hung up on
It's
this.
kind of doing the job of that stupid body mount on Tacomas and 4Runners.
Interesting.
They always cut off.
Okay, well, we'll get rid of that. First thing, we're gonna have to add some more power to this. Like,
What are you talking about?
We only got the 3.6 liter. Oh. Ginger has something for us.
I got some more power.
No.
I've done this exact thing.
Christian, we are not putting a rip. Well, actually, we are kind of putting a supercharger on this, aren't we? We've got the 3.6 liter engine in here, but that is not going to matter. We're going to be pulling this out of here and putting the 840 horsepower Demon motor in here. 3.6 liter is going to be gone. Then after that, we'll be doing a whole suspension, axles, all that real fun stuff. So we've got to pull the whole body off to get this new engine in here.
Yeah, we ordered a nice new 3.7 liter. It's great.
What even is a 3.7?
I don't know. Didn't they have those in Liberties?
Like the 3-cylinder?
No, I think it was a smaller version of the old V8 4.7 that was in the Dakotas.
Oh boy.
There was a V6 that was in the Jeep Liberty. Solid motor.
Yeah, so solid we don't see it anymore. Let's do a walk around and show you guys the Mojave. So obviously it's Stingray, and I know we ordered originally a red Rubicon because we wanted it super bright, but let me explain. Well, we decided to buy every Gladiator out there. No, let me explain. So what we're gonna do with this is we've got a crazy wrap and design coming for this, and the gray actually works really well. It's not gonna be completely gray once we're done wrapping this, and I'm actually more excited to be doing this because it's gonna be super unique. Because it just seems like everybody else is buying red vehicles. And so I want to stand out, I want to be a little different. And so when we decided, okay, what options do we have for vehicles to pick in that last video, if you guys haven't seen that one, I'll put it up in the corner. But I thought long and hard about this. I think it's going to be way more fun to do more mini projects, making this exactly the way I want it. And with the Stingray, it's gonna give us that uniqueness, and we've got some crazy wrap ideas coming for this. It's gonna stand out, and it's gonna be super awesome. Then we've got a bunch of stuff we can change on this. Rather than just have it exactly the way we want it, we can do mods, and change a bunch of stuff, and it'd be a whole lot of fun. So let's take a look around. So we've got obviously the Mojave badging, the Mojave hood, which is very similar to the 392 hood, except it's not functional, but it sticks up and it's got that really aggressive looking style to it. Now check this out. We actually had the crew at White Rock Dodge swap our front bumper out because you can't get a steel bumper normally, but we've got a steel full bumper on here. We'll take the end caps off. Eventually we'll be able to put a winch in here, and we still retained our orange hooks. So that's awesome. And then we've got the higher Mojave fenders. Obviously we're gonna get rid of the wheels and tires, so that doesn't really matter. Mojave's got the same Rubicon rock rail on the side of it. We'll take a look at the interior in a second. Now we've still got to make a couple changes on this. We're waiting for a different roof to come in. We're actually going to have a body matched color Sting Gray roof. And so we will be swapping that out because I want the whole Jeep to all be the same color. And we've got a bed line it as well. So a few more things we've got to do, but all little projects along the way. And here's the back. But let's go take a look at the inside. And oh yeah, this is something else. This is gonna be a project I want to get rid of. I want to do something different with these tail lights, because I really don't like how the Gladiators have their tail lights sticking out. But we've got our body matched fender flares, which I really wanted. And I know there's a lot of conversation about body match versus black fender flares. And here's the thing, what I found is if you're concerned about rock chips and such on these, you can put protective film on the painted ones. If you get the black ones, you can't really put protective film on them, and they get really marred up from rocks. Rather than just chipping, they actually like dent the plastic and such. So just some food for thought. Or you can rhino line them like they did with Fluffy before, but whoa. Now, our engine isn't here yet. There's gonna be a huge crate coming with the Demon engine, which I will show you guys in the very near future. But there's gonna be a lot of conversation on why or should we have gone with a Mojave. But I think for me, it's more like the challenge and all the little mods that we can do. Like, how do we deal with the lockers, and what are we gonna do for switches, and what are we gonna do for this front sway bar? And there's just tons of little things that are gonna be awesome projects and content along the way with this. And so at the end of the day, I figure, well, we can have a lot of fun with this. We can make a lot more videos to help you guys, because maybe you guys don't have some of those features that I would have had in the Rubicon, or maybe you have a Mojave or Sport or Overland Edition and you want to do some of the stuff that you're going to see in the videos to kind of upgrade and make some changes to your rig. So let's go take a look at this steel gray interior that the Ginger is not happy about at all. So something I learned when we were speccing Jeeps out before is if you get cloth interior, you actually get not as nice door cards or door handles, as well as the dash is a little bit nicer when you get the leather package. But this is the steel gray interior, and oh, nothing like new Jeep smell. And it's interesting. I'm not so sure. I think this should be darker gray, to be honest. But the Mojave has the higher bolstered seats and has the stitching. Now there's lots of options to change this out fairly easily. And I want to go with like a nice rich baseball leather brown interior. So it's only the seats in here that we need to change. Everything else is really nice. And then of course, no red dash. I just hate the red dash in all the Rubicons, which is why part of the reason why we want it to go with the non-black interior, because that changes out to silver. But now we get the nice, oh, let's get in here. Oh, I feel like it's a short person driving this. I can't fit. There we go. We get the nice dark gray dash with the orange accents. It's really, really nice. But yeah, I think we're gonna have to do something with this interior. Nothing like a new Jeep smell. So there's a couple other things that I want to talk to you guys about that we don't have, which isn't necessarily gonna matter. So first of all, we are gonna put new axles on our Jeep. So we're gonna get rid of this whole switch system here that has the axle lock and off-road plus button, because we're not gonna have the factory lockers in here. Now the one option that this was missing from the factory is the auxiliary switches. Now, the thing with the auxiliary switches is this is pretty simple, or you can get your dealer to add this in. It's not something that needs to come from the factory. But I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna replace this whole panel with something aftermarket that will allow us to control our air compressor for our lockers on our new axles that we're gonna add, and as well control the lockers themselves, and add a bunch of switches because we want switches to control all our devices. You know, I want this to look as simple and factory as we can, but you know, something else with the Mojave is you get this really nice steering wheel, very similar to the 392 steering wheel. It's got the perforated leather on it. Really nice looking and feeling steering wheel. Fat grips on the side. We'll have to make a few changes. That's okay. That's part of the fun. Then we won't have a red Jeep like everybody else seems to have on YouTube. Oh, that's a weird sound. I'm not used to a gas motor, but I figured we would take this for a little spin before we pull it apart and we aren't able to drive it for the next couple of weeks. Ginger's just making some room for us to get out in the back. Try not to hit anything in the shop. So let me know, what do you guys think of the steel gray? Some people say that, well, that they have ordered it, really like it.
None of us are clean enough to keep it clean.
That's my biggest concern, to be honest.
It's already dirty underneath you.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Just from
a pair of jeans.
And that's the real problem, and I'm always muddy and dirty going out wheeling. So we'll have to see. But the beauty of it is, if we screw this interior up too soon, we can order something like a set of CAT scans. We can replace it fairly easily. It's not a big job. We've got a Gladiator, guys. How exciting is this? This is awesome. I'm super stoked. And 3.6 liters. I'm sorry, guys. They just don't sound very fun. Even the diesel sounds great. This, you know, sounds a little... sounds like a minivan. Appreciate everyone who subscribed to the channel and watches the videos and has been part of the journey. I was thinking this morning on the way in just how many places, how many things we've seen in the Eco Diesel. The trips are just, you know, go back and watch some of the adventure playlists. Go see some of the places that I've gone with the Eco Diesel JL. Just all the adventures that we've gone on. It's just absolutely amazing. And we're opening up a new chapter, the next chapter in the channel with the Mojave. It's gonna be just an amazing, amazing journey. All right, that's the last. You guys are gonna see the Mojave on the street with a stock 3.6 liter engine in it.
The last time you're gonna see the axle shafts in one piece.
The Ginger's gonna destroy my tires before we get more horsepower in it. So there you go, guys. That is the new Jeep for the channel. We've got the new Mojave Gladiator. It's gonna be a huge, fun project. And we're gonna start that here today. So make sure you subscribe, guys, because we are pulling apart a brand new Jeep right off the factory floor.
And if you want early access and behind the scenes, there's videos available now on my Patreon page. Link in the description below.